Okay, so I wanted to give some tips to some of you that are setting up a Schoology classroom for the first time. There are some really cool attributes to be able to allow you to differentiate lessons in Schoology, and all of these attributes are available through some of the resources on Schoology, but for those of you who know me personally, you might want to just get that information from me. So, for example, if I want to make a lesson, for example, I have this lesson, and I want to assign it to individual students, I can do that. So what I can do is I can come up and I can find whatever lesson that I want to assign to a specific student. And I want you to know that I don't have any students in this course, and that's beneficial for a couple of reasons. Then I'm not having to hide the names of students while I'm making this video. Um, But the negative part of that is that you won't be able to actually see students. You're just going to be able to see the process of adding students. So if I select this assignment that I've created and I come up here to edit that assignment that was already created, and I scroll to the bottom of that option, you're going to see something that says individually assign. And once you have students in your course, and you're going to have students in your course before you do this, you can type their name, and their name will pop up as one of the students in your course, and then you can assign it to that student. What's nice is that you're also able to align it to different course objectives or standards, and you can use state standards. We live in Ohio, so I can choose state standards that are already in existence, or I can add my own learning objectives instead of searching for one. So I can add a custom learning objective. So with that said, once I have assigned that to a student and saved my changes, and I've got to now cancel that, and I've saved my changes, then only that student is going to see that assignment that's individually assigned to them. So they're not going to have to feel like they have to do other assignments unless they're assigned to the whole group. So you want to make sure, depending on how you're setting up your course, that you go through and individually assign all your assignments that are individual to students. Now, once you have members, maybe you teach fourth and fifth grade band and they're all in a class together, but you want the fourth graders to do one thing and the fifth graders to do something else. You can organize them into a group. So I can make a fourth grade group, and then I can go through my list, and of course, if I had students in my class, I could check on each one of those students and then create my grading group. And then I would have a group of all my fourth grade students, and then I would come back over here, add to my grading group, and make my fifth grade students. This is true if you have a group of gifted students or a group of students on an IEP that need some kind of tailored instruction separate from the whole group instruction. Make sure though that you have like in a majority group name. Maybe it's like um, basic assignment and then um, tailored assignment, however you want to name it, and that you have different groups so that you can assign everybody else the other assignment if you're going to do it that way. So hopefully that helps you out with some grading groups. Also note the students are going to be able to see the grading group name that they're in. So sometimes it's best if you call it group A, group B, group C, and then you have some kind of key that tells you that group A are your students that need extra time on assignments, and group B are your students that are accelerated, instead of actually calling the groups those different kinds of names. So hopefully that helps, and let me know if you have questions.